It's always a great day when Tottenham Hotspur win, and it's an even better day when they beat Arsenal. And I don't care whether it's the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carling Cup, Tiddlywinks, a game on Hackney Marshes, under 10s. I'm not bothered. Beating them means everything, and I'll take it all day long. It doesn't happen very often. We've had a bit of a difficult time against them of late, and so winning this game today was fantastic. Happy days, especially when you consider that most people didn't give us a chance in hell with our one signing versus their several signings and several decent signings. So everyone thought we were going to get absolutely smashed. Smug Arsenal fans grinning all day long, but they're not grinning now, are they? They're not smiling now. Of course they're not. Now it's just, oh, it's only a pre-season friendly, doesn't mean anything, and blah, blah, blah. Of course. Now, you know, and I know, they'd be absolutely gassed if they'd have won that game, and they'd have been shamelessly given a stick the whole time. So I make no apology at all for being over the moon and bigging it up as a great success. Decent game. To be honest with you, I always hate the North London derby, regardless of what competitions it's in, because it means so much at the same time as being really difficult. You know, you love it when you win, but you absolutely hate it when you lose. So it's a difficult one to stomach, really. But I did watch the game, the majority of it in and out of bits and pieces at work. And overall, I felt fairly confident and felt fairly comfortable. Early on, big onslaught from them, you know, pushing hard to kind of hit us early and really break our spirit. But I thought the team defended really, really well. They put in a shift. They worked together. They worked hard, and you know, held them at bay long enough to kind of get a bit of a foothold in the game, and then make it a bit more of an even game across the match. I wouldn't have said that we were massively better than them, and I wouldn't have said that they were massively better than us. I just feel that it was a fairly evenly matched match. It may well just be a friendly, but there is never really such a thing. Not against these two teams. It's a massive rivalry, and for those who don't realise it, then you know you obviously are not a big football fan, because this is huge. It's huge for both sets of fans, important for both sets of fans. So it was never going to be a loving, an easygoing kind of game. It was always going to be a really fast pace and you know, snappy kind of game. So yeah, exactly what I expected to happen. Decent turnout. I think they said there was something like 49,000 people plus there. So good turnout of fans, and great for the Asian fans to witness a proper North London derby, one that, you know, first one outside of London. You know, so it's really good for them, and you can see, you know, the passion from fans all around the world. So. Yeah, really good, a good spectacle, and I think it has done the club wonders in the Asian market, which is, of course, where there is an awful lot of money to be made, and of course that's what Daniel Levy and co are all about, isn't it? So yeah, I you know, touching on a few players, I don't think anybody had a really bad game. To be honest with you, I thought Spence was standout. I thought he played really well on that left hand side. For me, I tend to think he's better on the left than he is on the right, to be honest with you. So defensively, one-on-ones, I think he's really good. Seems a really calm kind of guy. Doesn't seem to get phased. Believes in himself. But yeah, I thought he played really well. Porro, again, a great performance from him. He seems to be getting better and better. I liked the little push on old Lego head to get him back in his box. I thought that was quite good. About time someone kind of gave him that shove. He really needs it, because he's always out and about running around like a loon. So yeah, Porro I thought was really good. But for me, I still think, you know, watching Kudus, what a player. I think we've really got ourselves a bargain there. Really strong on the ball, really good close control, runs at players, can cross the ball, can shoot. You know, he seems like he's got a lot going on. So really, really pleased to see him gelling into the team really, really well. But of course, the biggest shout out has to go to Sarr for, you know, a really brilliant goal, well taken, well kind of seized upon, won the ball deep in midfield, and just struck it so sweetly, so straight and true, just over Raya's head and into the back of the net, and a great goal to win a decent game. So really, really pleased for the overall team. Richarlison working really hard, but still huff and puff for me. Really do need some recruits in that area. I don't think he had a bad game. Don't get me wrong, but I do think that, you know, he just doesn't seem to be able to be a consistent striker for us. And it was good news afterwards with Thomas Frank saying that likelihood that Solanke will be back for Newcastle, but if not Newcastle, definitely for Bayern Munich. So interesting, hopefully that will come to fruition, and he kind of gets back and we get to see what he can do. As I say, I'm just concerned with Richarlison that he never seems to really put any kind of run together, and games like this is the ones where you really want him to stand up. Like I say, he works really hard, he puts a lot of work in, you know, puts a shift in and that, and contributes in other ways. But, you know, I want to see him putting the ball in the back of the net more consistently. I think we also ought to give a bit of a shout out to Odegaard, another one who's kind of been given a lot of stick over since his arrival. Not good enough, all that kind of malarkey being said about him. But I think he showed that, you know, he's got some ability, he's got some pace, very direct. You know, high up the pitch today, I thought he did really, really well against their right back, and kind of put a few balls in, bit of trickery in there as well. So I think he's got a bit more to offer than people give him credit for. Still only a young player, still out most of the season last season, so probably, you know, going to take a little bit of time to really, really settle in. But, you know, happy to see it. So overall for me, I thought the team played well, even with the changes that were made. Inevitably, this is still pre-season, of course, and we want to get minutes into lots of players' legs. So even with that, I didn't feel like we were ever gonna concede. You know, I'll give credit to Arsenal. I thought they worked hard and they huffed and they puffed and that, but I think the stats showed that they didn't have a shot on target. I think we only had one. So very, very kind of midfield battle-y kind of, you know, game, which you'd kind of expect from a North London derby with these two teams. But yeah, ultimately coming out on top is always a pleasure, something that we really, really love to see, regardless of the competition that it's in. Like I said at the beginning, could be under 10s on Hackney Marshes, you'd still not want to lose to them, would you? Frank was happy in his press conference as well. Still no decision on the captain, which still makes me feel that Son could be out. He could be going. Just got this sneaky feeling. And of course now we've started talking a little bit more about replacements coming in. There's talk of Paulinho, Muani even. Not sure that's going to happen. But yeah, so maybe now this game's out of the way, we can start getting a bit of transfer talk coming on, because time is ticking. I think, you know, overall, I think we have got a decent, you know, starting 11. You know, 11 players who can put a shift in, and we've got a few more that can supplement the squad. But you know, we definitely need depth if we're going to compete at any kind of level. Then you've got to have more than just one team worth of decent players. So I don't think our position is desperate, but we definitely need some decent recruitment in there, because we've got a lot of backup players that are very young, you know, albeit, you know, coming of age. You know, Sarr is only a young man, Bergvall is only a young man, but seem to be doing seem to be doing fairly well in this team. And even Frank said over the last 4 weeks, Sarah's really impressed him. So, obviously working really, really hard. As long as he can keep up that consistency. I think last season there was a few times we kind of dropped out. But, again, Bentancur, again, no complaints over any of the players. I thought Bentancur looked fairly assured. A little bit of skullduggery in there, taking one for the team. And a little bit of time wasting as well when it was required. Stuff like that is stuff you really, you'd like to see. Stuff that, seeing Arteta kind of tapping his watch was quite an interesting moment, considering the amount of time wasting that team have done over the last couple of seasons, and the dark arts and all that kind of stuff. Something that we've always lacked it. But yeah, even Thomas Frank, and Justin Cochrane doing an awful lot of coaching from the sidelines and so on, which was interesting to see, bearing in mind, Ange never did any of that, and that was one of our biggest frustrations, as seeing him not doing that sort of stuff when it's really, really needed. So yeah, interesting times ahead. It's just a game. It's just a pre-season. It's a one-off. But, we continue to build confidence and get minutes into players' legs and see how they progress. And hopefully in the background, someone is working on some much-needed transfers to help us compete on all four fronts, which is what they keep telling us they want us to do. So, anyway, interesting to see. Happy days. Tottenham won, Arsenal 0. We are the champions of Hong Kong. Got a nice little trophy to go with it. So happy days, and something for the fans over there to celebrate tonight. So we look forward to the next game. I think is Sunday against Newcastle. So hopefully we can continue our unbeaten run in pre-season and get some more legs and some more freshness into the players to see how we start to move forward into the season, which is fast approaching. Bear in mind we have still got the Super Cup to come, so big trophy on offer there. So we'll see how we get on. But great result today. Keep us smiling for the weekend anyway, and I'll see you on the next one. Up the Spurs.